So I'm glad you picked up the game of golf. Here are my top 5 beginner fundamentals that are mandatory if you want to learn the game of golf and overall learn how to swing. So number 1, just going to grab a ball here so it's here already. We're going to want to work on our grip. Okay, a grip is our most important part of the swing. So if you look at how the club interacts with the ball, if it's pointed out right, the ball will go right. If it's pointed out left, the ball will go left. So pretty standard. With our grip, it's the only connection we have to the club. We're not holding it with our body. It's not connected to our body in any way other than our hands. And our hands are what make the grip. So a good standard rule to follow here. We're gonna wanna start by putting our left hand across the grip, just like so, okay? Put our left hand across the grip with our fingers, right? So we're not gonna wanna grab into our palm like this. If we grab into our palm, then we're not able to release. If we grab into our palm like this, and we're holding it tight, just like a stick normally, we're not able to release that club face. The club face will wanna stop releasing, and it'll lead to opening the club face and the ball going right, not on your intended target line, straight. Okay, so we're gonna wanna, again, hold it in our fingers, right? So to show you here, we're going to want to hold the club in our fingers here. Okay, so we're gonna go across from our pinky knuckle all the way towards our index finger, all along the fingers, okay? So we're gonna wanna come across like this and then grip it. So if we're looking at our grip from a top-down view here, so from a top-down view, we're gonna be able to see 2 knuckles here, these 2 knuckles, okay? That's about it, right? We're not gonna be able to see these 2 knuckles on the left side, but we're gonna be able to see the 2 knuckles right here from your index finger and your middle finger, okay? The thumb is going to be pointed towards our right shoulder. So this little indent here in between our thumb and index finger is going to be pointed towards our right shoulder. So this is also a good indication of the club face being straight at address. We're going to want to make sure that the club head is pointed up when we're doing this, so it's straight. And we use this, a lot of grips have this on their club, so you can tell where the club face is pointed, right? So this would be open, and then this would be closed, right? As you can see, open, closed, okay? So that indent is gonna wanna be pointed towards our right shoulder, and then we're gonna wanna come across with our right hand, across, right? Across with this meaty part here, and then grip it like this. Again, this is going to create another indent here, which we're going to want to point in the exact same direction. So you can see that both of them are pointed towards my right shoulder. So just to show you the grip face on, this is what a standard grip should look like, okay? Our right thumb is going to be a little bit on the right side of this grip, not strictly stayed straight like this, not on the left side. It's going to be a little bit to the right side of the grip, right? Then we're going to want to come across with our right hand and grip it right on top, just like this. Now, when we're setting up to the ball, again, you can, when you're starting out, you can keep the club in front, hold it with your right hand, and then grip again with your fingers, with this right thumb pointed towards your right shoulder. Come across with that meaty part, and then go from there. So there are different parts of the grip with your fingers here that interact, right? You can either do a baseball grip. I'd recommend this if you're coming from baseball or hockey, or you can do an interlock, or you can do an overlap. So I'm a fan of the overlap, but for beginners, I would recommend an interlock grip, but do whatever feels comfortable for you. You're gonna have to try it out on the range or try it out at home to see what feels better. Those are the 3 standard grip types, okay? Now, second fundamental that we're gonna need to work on. Now that we have our grip, we're gonna need to get our setup down. So I have this alignment stick here to help us figure this out. So I have a 7-iron in my hand. For these mid irons, like 7-iron, 8-iron, even 6-iron, 6-iron would be a little bit further forward, right? As the club gets longer, so the club will go further distance, the ball. you're going to want to move the ball further in front of your stance. So a good way that I like to set up would be, again, to get the ball in a good position here. Then it would be to then go in the middle of your stance, put your feet together, and then step out and step out, right? So now we're shoulders width apart. You can see that our left foot is over our left shoulder and our right foot is over our right shoulder, okay? Now we can have a good setup here. We're gonna want equal distribution of weight on our feet when we're setting up to the ball so that we're nice and balanced, okay? So that is our setup down, especially for our mid irons. The third fundamental that I really do see people mess up with would be overall alignment. Okay, so when they're aligned, and the ball position also focuses on this as well. So technically the third fundamental would be ball position. The ball position I find is usually too far forward or too far back. So when it's too far back, we're hitting too down on the ball, causes chunks or it causes skulls. And too far forward normally would cause chunks, as your low point would be too far behind the ball. And if it's too far forward, you're going to be lifting up a little bit too much, right? Your low point will be here, which is the lowest part of your swing. And you'll end up coming up and topping it just like that. We're not going to want that at all. We're going to want it in the middle of our stance with equal weight distribution. Again, nice and easy here. Step out, and now we have a good position for a good stance, okay? Now with weight is a huge part of the swing. We're not going to want too much weight on our back foot, as our swing is going to look wonky. We're not going to want too much weight on our front foot, as again, our swing won't look fluid and with a good motion to hit the ball. We're going to want equal distribution of weight, okay? Equal on my left, equal on my right. Now, as we go to our backswing, we make the swing, my weight is now more on my right foot. As we come back, the weight shifts to our right foot and our right leg, loading this right hip. As we go forward, we switch our weight to our left foot, and then we can load and turn through. So, to show you this within the swing, we're going to want to go up, 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 up. Now, I'd say about 75 to 80% of my weight is on my right foot here at the top of my backswing. And then we're going to want to shift and then come down, okay? Shift first and then come down. So shift, get our center of gravity basically over the ball, chest over the ball, and then swing down and make impact. So the fourth fundamental that I see a lot of people really mess up on the range with a multitude of different clubs, which I find is one of the most common beginner mistakes, would be your overall posture. I see people like this, hunched over the ball. I see people standing up like this, okay? Hunched over will lead to chunks behind the ball. Lifting up will lead to, topping the ball or just missing the ball. If that ever happens to you, you just completely miss the ball, most likely because you're standing up in the swing or you're standing up at setup. So again, what we're going to want to do is keep a nice straight back here. We're going to want to hinge at the hips. So stand up, we get our setup, hinge at the hips, and then grip the club. Okay, our head is aligned with our spine angle, and we are looking good here. With our knees, again, this is really important. We're not going to want too much knee bend. We're not going to want to be sat like this, like we're squatting, okay? We're also not going to want to be straight-legged like this. This will lead to a ton of inconsistencies. We're almost going to want something like a goalkeeper stance, where you're ready to hit the ball, not like this, but you're ready like this, where somebody, if they were to come push you, they can't knock you over. Like this, if we're standing up straight, we'd fall over, right? So we're going to want a good, solid stance, athletic, so we're ready to hit the ball, okay? Again, now we're going to go over everything. So grip is good. I like my grip here. I'm comfortable with my grip. Again, we're not going to want to be too tight, as we can't release that club. So my grip is good here. Now, let's go over alignment. Okay, now this is in the center. I think my feet are pretty good here. Feet feel good. And then we're going to want not to be hunched over, but to be straight up. Okay, my posture is good, my grip's good, my alignment's good, my ball position is good. Now we're ready to make our first swing. Okay, so let's see if we put all this stuff together, how our first swing goes. Little baby fade up the fairway. So that's really all you need to learn the posture and setup, the 5 fundamentals when it comes to golf: grip, posture, alignment, ball position, and then that leads to the overall 5th fundamental, which is swing. So if you're someone that really wants to learn the game of golf and doesn't know where to start, this video should help you out tremendously. Put a like and comment if this video helped you out, and hopefully your next range session goes better.